Sawasdee krap and welcome to another Thailand news today. Today is the extremely casual look. Couldn't even be bothered going to put a new shirt on. I've actually been sitting in some of those really tawdry sort of Google Hangout meetings, you know, like Zoom things where you've got 15 people online and you're chatting to each other. Video conferencing, that's what it's called, where you can't hear what anybody's saying and they forget to unmute themselves, or they have to go to the toilet, or somebody calls them up on the phone, or mum calls them and says they've got to go to have their lunch. Anyway, so I've got to the stage where I just don't care how I look today, and I've decided to go all casual. But the news is important, so let's see what's happening around Thailand today. Bangkok's high-end office district looks a bit more like a ghost town for now, as many of Thailand's top companies are opting to perhaps downscale their offices or move out altogether. Business owners have had a wake-up call from employees discovering the advantages of working from home. A spokesperson from Phoenix Property Development says that more companies may consider downsizing their workspace by letting people continue to work from home, which has been proven to be an effective and economical alternative during the government's lockdowns. Available rental space in Bangkok could rise from 60,000 square metres at the start of 2020 to over 200,000 square metres by the end of the year. Thailand's Defence Ministry is vowing to take action on protesters who projected slogans on some of Bangkok's best-known buildings. The buildings included the Defence Ministry building itself, the Democracy Monument at the Victory Monument BTS station, and on Wat Patum Wonaram. Former members of the now-defunct Future Forward Party are taking credit for the campaign, which seeks to commemorate the anniversary of a bloody government crackdown that ended 3 months of protests in the capital in 2010. Over 100,000 people, supporters of the former PM Thaksin Shinawatra, and also known as the Red Shirts, had flooded into Bangkok, demanding that elections be called. Officials on the island of Koh Tao in the Gulf of Thailand have come up with a novel way to punish people that aren't wearing their face masks. It's still a legal requirement under the COVID-19 emergency decree when people are out in public. Both tourists and Thais caught without protective face coverings are being made to do a series of push-ups and jumping jacks, much to the amusement of onlookers armed with their smartphones. It comes after police on Koh Tao set up a checkpoint near the pier, with anyone violating the face mask stipulation being made to perform no fewer than 20 push-ups and 20 jumping jacks. I'd be okay with the 20 jumping jacks, not sure about the push-ups. Anyway, the Federation of Thai Industries is claiming that the automobile industry has had to slash car production by up to 50% this year. Thailand is the 11th biggest car maker in the world, producing more than 2 million cars last year. The FTI now expects only half that in 2020. A spokesperson says that exports to the US, Europe and Japan are the most worrisome, while demand is starting to return from China. Local demand is also down at least 60%, according to the FTI's numbers. We had to move very quickly for the last story. We've got a golfer behind us, hush hush, as he tries to make par. Anyway, the South Korean government have made a formal application to the Thai government to be taken off the at-risk list. The list was drawn up early March when South Korea was only second to China in the list of nations with the highest number of COVID-19 cases. It now ranks 40th and is considered one of the countries most successful at managing the outbreak. To date, none of the 7,000 Thai citizens who have returned from South Korea have tested positive for COVID-19. So the South Korean embassy in Bangkok is appealing to the Thai government to be removed from the list of countries considered high risk. It adds that being left on the list amounts to unfair stigmatism and doesn't recognise South Korea's success at containing the virus. I'm not exactly sure how he went on the last hole, but he's currently lining up for a tee-off at the 9th hole. I could give you a full running commentary of his trip around the golf course, but you've probably got much more important things to do, and so have I. So I'll say goodbye from our very casual version of Thailand News Today. Thank you for watching, and I really appreciate your full support. We'll see you tomorrow.